Okay, so we're at it again, I guess. All right, so today, again, I like to do two muscle groups, preferably, on my training days. So today we're doing shoulders and arms, and right here is probably my favorite rear delt movement. You just bend over, grab a couple dumbbells, and it's almost like when you're doing on a reverse pec deck. That's basically we're doing the same thing. And then I'm supersetting it with Arnold presses. Also, one of my favorites for the front delt. Um, every day I'm gonna get a little better at doing this whole vlog filming thing. Trying to figure out the angles, but yep. So we're doing a superset between these two movements. I decided to move a little this way so I'm not in the way of people. I don't want to, impose people's workouts. So, same thing here. Doing a rear delt fly movement, bent over with the dumbbells. Yeah, I don't go super heavy because you can't do a full squeeze with it. It's just impossible. And then, yeah, for the front delt, I'm doing the Arnold presses. And I don't think I went any higher than 60 because you have to kind of clean it up when you're standing. So a little difficult to go any heavier than that. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep doing this. I mean, I don't foresee getting many views just yet. Just recording my progress. I mean, I don't even know what actually I do what my true goal is. I want to literally, if possible, naturally. I don't know. Haven't got there yet, but I literally want to look like maybe somewhat close to how Arnold looked like in the 1976 Olympia. Like that would be peak. Like I don't want to get any bigger than that. Like I'm 180. Yeah, I bounce between 180 and 175 at the Lotus, but I have got to 190, but that was a lot of eating. Um But yeah, I think that's the goal here. And if I feel good about my physique at some point, maybe I'll compete again. I'm not really sure. It's a pretty expensive sport. But right here we're doing laterals, side laterals with the dumbbells. Um, and I work up to the heaviest weight I can, and then right here, I'm basically just doing an all-out drop set. Like some drop sets are by threes, but I'm going all the way down to 15s here. So I think I'd go down like four. I mean, you'll see. Once I get to the 15s, I'll go as high as I can with those dumbbells because my sole objective is just to basically just not be able to move my arms. um yeah, just straight to failure, honestly. And if you're not going to failure, I don't know what you're doing. Like that is the objective. But yeah, see, when I get down to the 15s, I'm trying to reach for the sky at this point. I'm just trying to put as much blood into the muscle as possible. Um, uh, I'm still messing around with these camera angles, but I don't want to impose on anybody's workouts, so I'm walking around with a freaking tripod. Also, I try. I didn't realize I was watching this that you can see my hand, but I thought it'd be a cool angle just to face the mirror. But right here, I'm doing tricep pushdowns. Now, you only get to see this once. I didn't feel like recording every single set, but I am doing 4 sets back to back between this and hammer curls. And I also do a hammer curl variation where I'll do my normal rep range and then I'll go straight into an alternate hammer curl where I'm going across the chest. and you'll see that just in a moment. Yeah, so regular hammer curl. I honestly, this is probably, if you're just starting out, and you want to try and get bigger biceps, like this is the bread and butter of um, exercises for biceps. And as you can see, now I'm going straight into that. So it's kind of like, I don't even, a superset of a superset, something like that. But I bounce between that and the tricep push down at least 4 times. I'm not going super heavy, but yeah. Now this I recently just started doing. Because all the benches were taken one day, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll just do it standing up. And honestly, I think I might prefer this, behind the back tricep extension over skull crushers because I can get a really deep, concentrated stretch, and you really can't go that heavy. And then, of course, I did this 4 times with alternating bicep curls. Now, with this, I always try and slow down the movement, and also at the top you can see where I'm turning my pinky inwards, kind of, to get the full contraction. I heard every time I've watched like a bodybuilder getting trained by like Charles Glass or whatever, they always talk about squeezing the pinky in, and I've never forgotten that. Also, if you're like me and you want to see it on paper, you should get Arnold Schwarzenegger's Bodybuilding Encyclopedia. It's like the Bible of bodybuilding. Like if you don't have that book, I don't know what you're doing. Like if you want to learn every exercise, training, diet, it even has stuff about steroids if you're into that. But anyways, now this is what I like to call the 100s, and I learned this from watching an old video with Flex Lewis, the 212 Olympian winner. How many times did he win that? Anyways, um, I've never forgotten this. I always do 3 sets of this. Any more than that, I mean, your arms are just totally trashed. But basically, you're doing 20 reps of each movement. So there's 2 movements with the rope, and there's 2 movements with this attachment. And each time you're doing 20 reps. And honestly, this movement right here is kind of like doing like a skull crusher. But yeah, and then the last movement is kind of like an overhead tricep extension with the rope. But yeah, I do this 3 times, and I switch it up sometimes. So I always try to. My last bicep exercise is going to be some sort of a concentration curl. I've always done that, and it worked for me. Everybody's different, of course, so you just have to like discover what you like and what feels good. Like it's gonna take a minute. Like this took me years to find out like what actually worked for me. And like there's still things that I have to work on. Like I would really like to bring up my back and my legs. Like those are my 2 parts that I really want to focus on. Um, and I just recently started doing the preacher curl bench dumbbells. At first they never worked for me until I was like, well, what if I just let my wrist hang on the way down? I don't know if you can see it, but I get a lot of tension on the biceps. And same thing with the just regular dumbbell curls. I'm going to apply the same concept of bringing that pinky in every time I come to the top. Um, so you can't go. I feel like when people do curls, they're just moving the weight. Like you want to stray away from that. You really want to just slow the movement down and get that mind muscle connection. And I know that's confusing, but at some point you're gonna figure it out. And then like always, we're gonna do a post workout pose down. Check the progress. Now I'm really trying to practice on this vacuum pose. I'm gonna get it. It's a little hard, But hey, it's a work in progress. But yeah, so I don't know how to end this. Should I end it like a Dragon Ball Z cartoon? Like, find out next time if he does legs.